Testing, testing. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I've got, hey, what's up, Fade? Just finally getting around to testing the macro setup. Can you guys hear me okay? Testing, testing. Oh, Luke, can you hear me okay? I've got, you guys might hear a little bit of feedback there because I had a speaker on. All right, cool. The macro setup's pretty neat. I'm just now kind of getting used to it. One thing I'm going to have to do really is get some gloves. I've got some like leather gloves at the moment, which I'm using, but it's not ideal. It's basically, otherwise it focuses right on, your hand instantly. But yes, I'm using autofocus at the moment, so you guys will have to let me know. What coins would you buy with $250? Oh man, that's an interesting question. I guess it really depends on if you wanted world or US. I think you could get better bang for your buck for world. For example, I think I paid about $250 for this, which is an incredible coin. It's a proof Irish, halfpenny. 63 red brown. It's got particularly nice toning. The PCGS managed to scuff up the holder real bad. I need to get it reholdered. But yeah, gorgeous. And then, camera went off. Sorry about that. Tends to only cost a couple $100 for some of these lower grade Irish proofs. They're quite neat. But yeah, sorry, getting used to the autofocus, guys. So I'm sure it's going to be a little bit weird. I could try manually focusing, but be a little tougher. So the other thing that's what about US, you ask? Well, that's a good question. Let's think. US for about $250. You're almost at the point where you could get a decent proof of some, an early proof, but not quite unless you went really low grade, which they're not really worth owning in 61, honestly. They're so hair lined up and everything like that. Let's see. You could always just get a good Morgan dollar, honestly. Good Morgan dollar for $250, especially if you got like an 81S or something with some nice toning. Wouldn't be bad. I've actually got one here. Let's see. Yeah, the autofocus is surprisingly good. Thanks, man. I think it's all right. It's a Canon EOS, so it should be okay. Here's a Morgan dollar that would cost you probably $150. Oh man, the autofocus is not doing a good job there. Come on, autofocus, do your job. Really, really nice, really shiny, probably 64 sort of grade, but it's got really nice toning. Heck, that's probably only like $100 coin nowadays. But Morgan dollars, I know a lot of people want something else as far as recommendations, but they're good coins. They really are for that price range. But you could get a CC. Yeah, that's a good point. CCs are always fun. Let's pull out just another random world coin. See how the autofocus does. Oop. There we go. The lighting, of course, won't be perfect in a live setup. I'm kind of just having to move the coin around, but hopefully it's okay. That's a fun little yen. Always liked this design. And one thing that's kind of neat about the macro, of course, is that as long as I don't shake too much, I should be able to pull the coin in basically, right to it. There we go. And get up close shots of some of the design, even though it's going to be for sure a little bit shaky. Oh, cool. Well, I wanted to make this setup better than most live stream setups you see where they're just recording off of, basic hardware. I tried to make the audio sound good too, which I know this mic, if I move too much, it'll get really quiet. Yeah. What's that graded, Fade? That was a 63, but had a wing sticker. Here. It's I think it's really nice. Obviously it's got the hairlines in the back, but I think a lot of these coins do. I'm not an expert in this series here. Let me pull it up real close. but yeah, right there. See them? But to me, I would call that hairlines, but apparently that's how they come. Um, Other than that, super shiny. Oh, come on, focus. Come on, you can do it. But fun little coin. So where's that clean 64? Well, I got the fatty actually that I was just about to pack up. Uh, this is the sample slab. There it is. Again, it's a nice, very common coin in less common plastic. But you can see no scratches at all on the holder. It's really clean. Yeah, I'd agree. It's not, I mean, oh, one could argue if it's going to be a 63 or 64 with the amount of luster, but who cares? On that coin, it really doesn't matter much. Um, here's a fun one. So this is not a very high grade coin. This is one I always like to show off, though. Neat design. Quite neat. But the fun part of this coin is on the back. When I bought this coin, if you see in the center, I got this coin because the dealer thought it was scratched. But of course, for those of you that have seen it, it's simply, oh, come on, Ferd's face smiling. Let's pull it down maybe. There we go. From an 8 real overstrike. And his smug face there. That's fun. So again, it's not worth anything, really, other than it's just kind of interesting. So, yeah, I agree, Trust. That fatty was immaculate. It's one of the reasons I got it and passed it on to Sneeze. Let's see how this coin. So this is a really nice coin. It images incredibly well because of the colors, but I'm not sure how it's going to video. Oh, there we go. Look at that. It catches some of it. It's a nice coin. I mean, it does have hairlines. Oh, there goes the. If you see the camera go dark at all, it's got a weird setting on this camera. I need to find where the shutter goes off every so often for power saving. Yeah, this is a really beautiful little coin. Oh gosh, I wish that light wasn't so. Here, let me see if I can adjust it a little bit so it's not so in the face. There we go. It's a little better. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Kind of target toning, rainbows. But you know what's surprising is that even with it, it's got the cameo. Now, I don't think it's deep cam like they say, but they called it deep cam. Cool coin. This is fun. This is one everyone in the Discord will recognize. So it's one of the cobs from that Bolivian set that I still have over there that I got graded because it was identified by guys in our Discord that it was the overdate. So I think it was Silver Lemon that did that. So really cool original cob. I'll turn it over here in a second and see if we can focus in on the overdate. Let's see. I think if I get real close and I hold it with two hands. Yep, you can kind of see it there. You see the last one there in the bottom has a 0 underneath it. So, really neat. So yeah, we're going to have some focus blur as it's adjusting, but at least that allows me to get up close and personal with some of these. Since we're on the cob train, here's the other cob that graded AU50, which is just, to me, a silly grade for a cob, but this one, you can see everything. There's the pillars at the right there in the center. 1683. Pull it back a little bit. And what's nice is you can see the 83 on the bottom as well. And most of the back design, and there's no corrosion. It does have what you'd call luster, I guess, but it's tough. So, all right. Let's see. What's another good one? I guess I should jump to US. Oh, but here's a shilling. I know we got shilling fans. Yeah, imagine the guy doing the engraving on the cob die. Yep, no, I don't think they thought about it that much on the comps. That's a good point. Beautiful shilling. I think the video is showing these off fairly well. And again, you guys let me know, because this is kind of the first test, how this is going, how it sounds, if I need to raise any levels. I've got this live view monitor here so I can see your guys' chat, so I can make adjustments on the fly. But so far so good. Oh, come on, autofocus. There we go. Just a beautiful coin, well toned. This is the one that was top pop in the NGC 65 holder, but PCGS wanted to only cross it at 64, which is top pop for them, but I wasn't going to complain too much. It's a gorgeous coin. Really nice. Not necessarily as nice as the one Rex found the other day, but still, whew, real nice. Here's the SA, 5 francs from France. It's a fun coin. I always think that Morgan must have seen this coin or some of these designs when looking for the Morgan dollar. It just seems such his style. I don't know if he did or not, but you can kind of see the Morgan dollar in here. At least I can. Right. Lovely coin. Got hairlines and adjustment marks. I guess there's more adjustment marks, but really nice. And of course, the best part, let's see if it is the lion. Yep, there he is. That's just really cool. And again, I'm sorry for the shaky hands. This close, it's really tough to keep things super steady. All right, let's see. I could use the actual copy stand, but it might take some time. Hey guys. Hey ASF, how you doing? So let's see. Maybe we jump over to some US coins. That way I'm not just showing a whole bunch of world coins constantly. Let's get the focus in here. Let's see. All right, I grabbed a random US coin. You know, it was asked earlier, what is a good coin that wouldn't break the bank? You know, 250 bucks, maybe US coin. It's kind of neat or different. Honestly, this might be a good example. You can get proof mercury dimes from 42 in very high grade, including this, like the 67 CAC here. That are really nice, and they don't cost more than about that. At least last I checked. This one even has some slight cameo, which is why I liked it. As with all things, be picky with these, because there's a lot of high-grade 66, 67s that are kind of trash coins, honestly. Here, come on. It's having a hard time focusing on this little mirror. Let's see. Come on. Sorry about this. Let's see. Yeah, that's really tough to focus on. Let's see the back here. Yeah, they're just pretty little coins, and they're a lot more interesting looking, I think, than the BU strikes. And again, you can get them in very high grade for not exorbitant amounts of money, which is nice. All right, let me pull out something else, but just for fun, I'll put out some different stuff in the background while I'm doing that. There we go. Let's see, what are we going to grab? All right, let's stick with dimes. This is a fun one. Did they make, Greg, want to know if they make proof standing Liberty quarters? Not really, no. I think there are a couple specimen strikes in the A&A museum and things like that, but as far as I know, and I could be wrong, there are no real proof Standing Liberty quarters. I kind of wish they were. Being a quarter guy, I'd like to have a proof example. I've always liked proofs. Here is a fun old Rattler holder. Very undergraded coin, as you'll see. This is a proof 63, 1867 seated dime. Gorgeous toning that I hope, there we go, you can kind of see in the light. Perfect sort of bullseye rainbow toning with blues on the inside. Good cameo, actually, though it's going to be hard to show that and the color. Really just a nice dime. Beautiful sort of rainbow toning around the edges. There we go. Focus is starting to work, maybe. I say that right as it starts to get out of focus. Sorry, it's hard to do this one-handed here. Here we go. Just a nice little dime. Let's get in close, see if it lets me. I always look for improved dimes of this type. You see all the different grains in the stalks are really of wheat are really pronounced, more so than you see on like business strikes and things like that. But yeah, beautiful little coin. Oop, come on, focus. Yeah, there we go. Just goes to show you there's a lot of misgraded coins out there. All right, let's grab something else. Let me know if you guys have something you want to see specifically. I've got some world coins that I can get to, and some US coins of different types. Obviously, I might not have it, but yeah, just let me know in chat. Let's grab something else. Maybe a large coin. Something big. All right, here's one. Shillings. Buddy, if you go back just a little bit, CeeLo, we just showed a shilling. It might be the only one I have now that I think about it. Was the 1758 one. Here's a fun coin. This is an 1866 dollar in 62 plus CAC. Now it's gonna have some hairlines and stuff from the bag marks and all that jazz. But I love, you can see this coin has like a bowl luster, where it just that's the only way to describe it. It kind of is concave. It has that beautiful sort of in-your-face luster. Sadly highlighting all of the marks and bag marks, but really beautiful coin. What's amazing about this coin too is that being the date, it was the first time the motto showed up on the dollar. It had already showed up on the 2-cent piece and things like that, but on the dollar, this was the first major issue with it, and so really they split the year. There's years with there's no motto also this year, and it makes this a very, very rare coin as far as in high grade. Just really kind of scarce overall, but I'm just a sucker for luster. And you can see this one has the luster kind of like a Morgan dollar, and if we get in close, yeah, good detail. And I'm sorry that some parts are going to be not blurry as it adjusts. But it's better than me trying to manually focus on the fly, I suppose. Let's see. There's Lady Liberty. Good shield details. Yeah, shame there was no... It's true. That would be awesome. The Arrows and Rays design is just incredible. Let's see. I've got some Arrows and Rays. And also we have a... Lou wanted to see a Sovereign. I think I've got a Sovereign too. Let's see. Let's see what we got. All right. Let's get that Sovereign first. I know I've got it here somewhere. Here we go. It's not the world's best Sovereign, I'll be honest. AU58, but it's a nice early one. I've always liked the Pastrucci style and design. Nice little King George Sovereign. These are also not surprisingly expensive, especially with how much people are paying for the 2017 remake of this design with the rim on the outside there, which I really like. Man, I saw some of them selling for as much as classic, original examples. And it's like, to me, as neat as the 2017 was, if you're paying that much for it, just buy one of the, buy one of the originals. Um, Even if you have to buy it in a lower grade, at least you have one of the one from the early 1800s. So let's see if the focus will behave here. Great design. You got to love the St. George and the Dragon. All right, let's get myself a little more light here. Okay. Oh, sorry for all of the blurry photos as this adjusts here. Come on, camera. There we go. That's getting close to his. He's always very angry. This one's not so bad. But, I guess that's what you get when you lose America, right? Kind of frustrates you. Oh. All right, let's move on to the arrows and rays. Let's see. My favorite arrows and rays, by a long shot, of course, being a person that likes quarters. This one is a particularly stunning example. So, of course, you got the arrows there at the bottom. Some beautiful, beautiful cartwheel luster. Let's see if we can get the light up here. Getting closer here. And, of course, the side that everyone wants to see is the raised side. Come on, camera. Yeah, the raise is also always so nice. Hey Tyler, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, that's a fun coin. Sorry, that was always one of my favorite. I was sitting here just looking at it with you guys, not saying anything. I don't look at it as much. Usually it lives in the bank vault over at the bank, so it's fun to get them out and take a look at them. All right, well, you guys, let's see what else do you guys say while I was looking at that. Do we got any other design questions? Make some recommendations. I got a couple coins here and there that we can take a look at. Otherwise, I'm just gonna start pulling them out at random. Let's see. I'll tell you. I don't know if I actually see. I don't even know if I have another fatty. Which, for those of you that don't know, is an old NGC no line holder. It's colloquially called a fatty. Just because they're very thick. Instead, how about we look at this? And let's see how well it focuses in on this for us. A little Athena now. Got a banker's mark on the cheek. Here, let's see. Come on, camera. There we go. The thing about these coins is they're so high relief that the macro camera is focusing, let's say, on the top of her head, but then the back has some bokeh and blur. It's just crazy to see a coin, from this era, of this size, silver, and in such nice shape. I know they exist, and there's a lot of them, but I love having this. I think this is neat. I'm not really into ancient coins, but this is one of the few that I really love. Of course, it's got the great owl on the back that everyone loves. Oh, gotta love it. And you can see compared to, compared to a 2 real, a much later, it's a big coin. It's a really big silver coin. Let's see. CeeLo wants to see an envelope toner. The VF35 one. Sure, I can show you that one. This is a funny coin for those of you that don't know. I sent it in raw. Coin has great luster. Really just a gorgeous taller from Austria, Netherlands region, and it has envelope toning, which those of you that know, envelope toning basically sat in an envelope for a long time, and the areas touching the envelope probably very tightly packed. They didn't have it didn't have a lot of air basically, and so those areas, the high points, didn't get toned. But the rest of it did. That had some air movement to react to everything. And so this one, with all, it's not the highest grade coin, but you can see as I swirl it like that, it's got luster spinning and beautiful color, obviously. But you can see, even if I barely move it, swirling luster. I mean, the coin's probably an AU, but, on a bad day, a high-end XF45. And they called it 35. I got wings to put a gold sticker on it, and we had a good laugh about it, just because, I could get it reholdered, but honestly, it's not worth that much, and it's kind of funnier to me to leave it as is, as a PCGS messed this one up kind of example. 35. That's funny. That's funny. If you haven't seen it over on my Instagram, Coins That Wow, you can see I believe there's a animation of this one on there that you can see the luster really nicely and the coins in motion animations. If not, it's going to be coming up shortly though, if I haven't had that one up. I know it's not a toner, but we'll get to some toners. The adjustment marks one, so yes, I did. Someone in Discord bought it, so it's one of the regulars. A classic design. I still love this design. Switzerland. You got a 1 franc here, and 1920, but in a glorious grade. Really just satiny, beautiful luster on this. Virtually mark-free. Looks like one you'd see from, even nice if it was a 60s franc. Let's get it nice and close. Show you, there's really no marks at all. Just satiny, smooth luster. And it is a 1920. Come on, camera. There we go. Beautiful coin. Figured if I was going to have one of these examples that I liked, I'd find one that's really, really high-end. Oh, sorry. Again, I keep missing the the camera, and it keeps turning off. Let's see. What else? Toners. Let's see. You said you wanted some toners. I'm sure we can find a toner or two. I showed the Irish coin earlier. Let's find a U.S. toner. How about a quarter? We all love quarters, right? Maybe that's just me. Aha. One of my favorite toners, bar none. I'm gonna, preview it from bottom here. So first of all, kind of soak that in if you haven't seen this coin before. This is the Top Pop finest known example of an 1860s proof quarter, and it is one of my favorites. It is just stunning. It just has tons of color and perfect album toning that just, and not a mark on it. There's a planchet slight defect in the front field, but other than that, the coin is virtually flawless. Let's pull it up a little higher here. See if we can get it to focus. Yeah. There we go. Come on. Hard to focus on these proofs that are like mirrors, especially this close where I can't move very much. But you think you get the idea. Absolutely stunning. Beautiful color. Exactly what you want to see in an old proof. They very rarely, from the 1870s and before, they're very rarely blast white. I mean, you do find them now and again, but not often. The reverse is just as nice. Lovely cameo eagle with beautiful crescent rainbow from the back there. You'd assume in the album this coin got a little more air on the obverse than the reverse, and that's a little more reacted. Got a little more toned. Air came in along the back and toned the edges inward on the back. But yeah, absolutely stunning, especially for a pre-Civil War sort of coin. And you gotta love that eagle too. Really, really great design. I hope the autofocus isn't too jarring. I know it's going all over the place as I'm moving around. Where do you buy your coins? Georgian asks. All over the place, I guess is the answer. As a coin collector for my whole life, basically you look online constantly, not just now and again, you're constantly hunting, as a lot of us are, I know. And then like beyond that, coin shows when they're actually on, but that's not necessarily the best place to buy. Best place is generally public auctions. Look at the public auctions from Heritage, from Stacks, from Great Collections, from... Gosh, there's so many of them nowadays. David Lawrence Rare Coins. I mean, it just goes on and on. So basically, there's lots of very big dealers and auction networks that have, really good coins. And it's just a matter of keeping an eye on them and finding something you like. And really just being picky. Because there's so many coins out there, especially U.S. coins. That's really easy to pay a lot of money or overpay for something that may not be worth it. Okay, keep recommending coins if you guys want to see more. Otherwise, I can end this anytime too. I'm just kind of playing around. I'm glad you guys are jumping on, and hopefully it looks and sounds okay. Let's see. Well, I'll find one or two more coins. I have not shown the 1794. Let me grab that out real fast. Copper. Definitely not my favorite thing, but there's certain copper that I think is special. 1794 cent is certainly in that ballpark of special. Of course, it did not grade what I had hoped, but really it's a coin that is just absolutely lovely color-wise, which is fine. It's fine. It just has that perfect chocolate color you want to see, and it makes it have a high eye appeal. Thanks, Silo. I'm glad the video is good. I know, yeah, the jumps will be kind of jarring. If I did this more, I could always create like a platform at different levels to show the coins or something. Yeah, look at that. The nice thing is it's got no planchette problems. You can read everything. A lot of these you see even in mint state where you can't read half the design because they made them so poorly. So to me, I thought this was closer to an XF coin, especially with the color. But I suppose I'll have to be happy with this one for the moment. It is got a little like piece of debris behind her head that's kind of annoying, but it's not worth cracking it out to fix. Neat coin. Let's see. Venezuela. Other than I've got a... Oh, there goes the darn video again. I need to find that setting. Other than I've got a giant box of silver, kind of like this, world silver, and I'm sure somewhere in there's something from Venezuela, but I don't know that I have it handy to grab at the moment. Nothing graded. Oldest coin, it's silly, but it's probably going to have to be the one I showed earlier, the Athens, this coin. Because that coin, what is it? It's got some information on this card, which is nice. 430 BC. So, that's definitely oldest. The big thing always to remember, though, too, is that, old doesn't mean rare. That's another thing. People make that misconception all the time. Let's see. Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? South America. I've had a lot of cool South American coins over the years. I don't know that I have any at the moment, but I do have that CAR handy. And CeeLo knows the one. I've showed this one off before in videos. Um, there we go. It's raw, so I've just got to be very careful with it. Um, I got offered a lot of money for it, but I've yet to actually accept the offer. Just, I like the coin too much at the moment. Uh, Absolutely stunning. 1837 8 real from the Central American Republic. Got the beautiful design everyone seems to love. If you've ever seen one of these, it's the sun peeking through the mountains. And this one just has beautiful rainbow toning, which really accentuates the design, really nicely. Cool. It's just a cool design. Let's get in real close. Hey, look at that. When they're really high grade like this, you can even see the texture on the mountain. Well, hold on a second. Let me see if I can steady up. Oh, come on, camera. Am I too close? There we go. You see that? All the texture in the mountains? That's a way to kind of tell instantly higher grade examples. Come on. Wonder if I can do face tracking on the sun here. Huh. All right. And anyway, the reverse. Just a really nice coin. Interesting toning pattern, but just really nice. Let's see. This is going to be an interesting test. As far as 09S VDB, I don't have one of those. Never actually owned one. Looked for them in, coin roll hunts my whole life as a kid. I am actually going to have to swap the battery on the camera, but this is actually a good live test. So what I'm going to do is change the video right now. So your video is going to just change to some coins in motion animations. I will leave the mic on while I do this real fast. And it shouldn't take me but a second. And that way it doesn't cut out in the middle of actually doing something. In the meantime, make sure to comment if you've got a different type of coin you'd like to see. All right. Presto changeo. Boom. We're back up and running. All right. And I should be able to fade us out of the video. All right. Seems to work. Did that transition work okay? Let's see. V-nickels, I'll tell you, I used to have some really nice V-nickels. I don't even think I own a V-nickel at the moment. I sold a couple of my nickels at the moment. Hey, CeeLo, thanks for dropping by, buddy. And see you next time. I'll try to have more Irish coins because, oh man, because I know you love the Irish coins. So I'll see what I can do, CeeLo. So, all right. Well, I actually might have another Thaler around. Let's see. I had the one that I showed. Let's see. Actually, I've definitely got another one. That is $1, not a Thaler. Here's one. 1629 Saxony. I think this design is great. I'm not a fan of the way PCGS put this in a holder with the big plastic around the edge there for a coin that's maybe a little too big for this. I actually need to get pretty far back because this coin is so huge. Come on, focus. Work with me here. There we go. Oh. Okay, that should work. But really cool, seeing with the armored up character with the you know, the sword and everything like that. Beautiful toning, nice little XF. On the back, what holds it back? You know, this is probably accurately graded. I don't think this has any aspirations of AU, just because the lack of luster. Really, once you get to AU, you want lots of luster. The back is such a busy coin design. Let me get in close here. Look at this. You got ramparts, you got swords, you got balloons, you got birds. I mean, what a busy design. It's very cool, especially from 1620, 1629. Neat to see. So, and what an awesome mustache, am I right? Like, come on. His mustache game and beard game was on point. So, let's see. Show me 8 reals. I will pull out an 8 real, absolutely. 20-cent pieces. I've got both of those things. Give me just a moment, and I will grab both. 20-cent piece is easier just because there's only one of them that I have versus 8 reals. I've got to choose between many. So let's do the 20-cent piece real fast first. MS64 Plus, so not quite a gem, they say, but close. I've always thought this is a really pretty coin. Just really nice, unassuming, pretty coin. So, it's got good luster, nice toning. Let's get in nice and close here. Yeah, not the most not the biggest wow coin in the world, but it's nice to see high grade 20-cent pieces, and proof ones are very expensive. Of course, 75S is the most common. You're going to see that a lot if you go to buy one of these, even in low grade or any grade. Let's get real close with this eagle. It's got the trade dollar eagle, if you will, on the background. One thing you'll notice, this one is not, but on a lot of these, let's see if I can get in real close. The S mint mark, basically you'll see a double serif on the S, and so a lot of them are S over S. I'm not going to be able to hold that steady enough, I apologize, but something to look for. I've always found it fun kind of cherry picking those. I don't collect banknotes, I'm sorry. Just never really got into it. The educational notes are cool, but I just haven't had one that really made me want to buy it yet. All right, let's look at some 8 reals and a pillar dollar, you say. Okay. Let's do it. So, pillar dollars. Okay, we can do pillar dollars. Let's see. Pillar. I know I've got some somewhere. Okay. I got 2 pillars since we were looking for 8 reals. This is the highest grade pillar that I have, and you see lots of them in mint state, but a lot of them are processed shipwreck coins. Really frustrating and not particularly appealing. This one is really nice. It's got, kind of glowing luster, though I'll admit the luster is mildly muted in that there's not a ton of it, but it's definitely there. Not a shipwreck coin or anything like that, but full strike. As you can see, let me pull it right up to the top here. The strike is just absolutely killer on this. You can see the globe continents, you can see all the water. Absolutely neat. A lot of these, even in mint state, you see just have a crummy strike. Really neat. And a gorgeous reverse that, again, follows that same thing where the strike is just off the charts. Like, you can see all the windows in the castles. Let me pull it up. Look at that. And all the different, fur on the lion. I mean, it's just really neat to see one this level of high quality. And again, I do wish the luster was maybe a little stronger, but it has beautiful color when you get it under the light, that shows that it was never dipped or messed with. Just absolutely stunning. Let's see. So Superior says that there's a 1761 pillar dollar. 850. I mean, it totally depends. You said the grade's AU cleaning. I'll be honest, man. I would never. I don't think it's worth it to buy clean coins. You could buy, especially for 850 or much less, you could buy a gorgeous, slightly lower grade one, maybe an XF or even super nice VS, but they're XF40 pillar dollars that are absolutely stunning. I know some people in Reddit and stuff like have some of them that are just absolutely gorgeous. They don't cost an arm and a leg. 850. I mean, you should be able to get a nice basic AU example that's not clean. So I think he's asking way too much. And honestly, if it's clean, I probably would just say don't buy it. Here's an example in AU, earlier example, but this one, beautiful luster, but the color steals the show. This is my favorite pillar dollar. It's just got just tons and tons of color, so a lot of fun. Back's particularly fun too. Look at that. I don't know where this was stored, but it just got crazy color, which you don't always see on a pillar, which is kind of neat. Happy to help there, Superior. The thing to remember with coin collecting, I always tell people, is that it's really good to be picky. Like, you want to be super, super picky, and not be ashamed of that. It's good to be picky in this. Let me go put these back and grab something else. So we got Zach was basically asking for 3-cent silver, 3-cent nickels, 2-cent pieces. I think I've definitely got 3-cent silver. I think I've got all those. Let me grab them. One sec. So let's see what we got here. Back. 3-cent, 2-cent, and 3-cent. All right. Yeah, you're right, Superior. I mean, they can be hard to find. I tell you, you can find decent ones on eBay, but I would almost certainly, especially for your first one, buy a graded one. There are far, far, far too many counterfeits. I've even bought a couple counterfeits in the day and been able to, return them or call out the seller if they were doing it on purpose. In fact, somewhere around here, I've got a group of counterfeits at some point I should bring out and show. But definitely buy, I would say, a nice VF 30 to XF 40 example would be my suggestion for first one, because you can find really pretty ones and they don't cost a lot comparatively. Pillars also always cost a little bit. All right, here we go. 2-cent piece. Proof. 65 red brown, 1871. This is my favorite 2-cent piece I've ever seen, and I can show you why. Because it's beautifully rainbow toned for a 2-cent piece, which is just something that you don't see very often. Most of the times these are either red or brown, or some sort of purple, maybe if they've got any color. But this one actually has just really nice rainbow color all over. And a good strike, kind of purpley centers. Let's see, come on, catch up there. There we go. Just really pretty. Hard to show off because of the colors. It's kind of green and red and purple, little orange. Really neat. And I do like this design. 2-cent pieces are kind of neat as far as copper coins go in the United States. So, get up close real fast with the front. It's not a bad way to show it right there. But again, light kind of blows it out. Hard to do this for a live shot versus like some sort of production shot. Let's see, 3 cents. You got a 3-cent you bought $30 in decent condition. I tell you, if it is in decent condition, 3-cent silvers they get kind of pricey as the condition increases. Here's a 3-cent silver. This one's in proof with some beautiful little toning. You can see it's got kind of a cameo centers, while kind of bluish fields, bluish greens. It's gonna be. Let's see. This is gonna be a perfect test for the macro lens, I'm going to have to get real close for a 3-cent silver. This is something that would normally be pretty impossible to show on a live stream. Okay, hold on a second. I can get the design, I think, okay, but you're not going to see any of the color unless I get light on it. You can kind of get that. Oh, man, maybe not quite. Oh, there we go. Maybe. This is a tough one to show, but there you go. Beautiful blues and greens, cameo centers. Oop. There goes the camera again. Come on, camera. Wake up for me. What's nice about the proofs, you can see all the stars that are fully separated. Oh man, come on, light. Work with me here. Okay, you can kind of see some of the colors there on it. Reddish centers, bluish outsides, very scratched up holder. That's one of the things probably making this tough. But that's really tough. Those are hard to show. And then I don't know. I'm not as interested in the 3-cent nickels personally. I mean, it's kind of a neat design, but I don't know. They've just never really floated my boat as much. It's neat to have a cool high example like this, but you can get really high-end regular business strike examples of these for not exorbitant amounts of money. Even in low-end circulated or AU, they're good, pretty easy to put and fill up your 7070 with. Let's see. Nice coin though. The reverse design is kind of cool. If you've ever seen, there's actually a pattern US coin, 3-cent silver. So I suppose it's more akin to the other one, but it has this sort of design on back, as far as I recall, and then on the front it has like a cap and raise from like the Mexican style cap and raise, and that's, I don't know, I've always thought that was kind of neat. Be neat to pick up one of those. Let me go put these up. All right, got a couple more minutes where I could show some stuff where I got to tank everything back to the bank before they close. So let me know if you got other suggestions. Let me see or recommendations. Let me see if I missed anything. Not at the moment, but again, I appreciate you guys jumping on. Let me read back through them if I missed anything. It's always possible. Buffaloes. Not. Oh, you saw that pattern 3-cent? Yeah, isn't it neat? There have been a couple for sale, and they're not outrageously expensive if you really wanted one, but like they're still expensive, especially for a pattern coin that isn't in any set or anything like that. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's close it out with. Someone had asked what's my rarest coin. It was Georgian. I will show you my rarest coin. I happen to have it here today. Like I said, as soon as the live stream's over, it's going back to the bank, so it's always nice to see it. Here it is. Let me pull this out of the way. It is an 1885 $5 proof gold piece and 65 ultra cameo. Now, those of you in the know that proof gold, pre-33 gold, is very expensive in pretty much any grade. They just didn't make a lot of them. They made them per order. It's not like proof sets today. You had to request a coin like this, and they would make it for you. Yeah, just really, really, really pretty. Super rare. Original mintage is 66 coins total. 66. The survival rate is probably around 30 coins. So really, really quite rare. And fun to see, because again, it's just a true American rarity that I am lucky to be able to look after for the moment. So, hey Dr. G, what's going on, buddy? Camera and software. At the moment I'm using OBS to actually broadcast and like composite everything, which I know a lot of people use, and it's been kind of like an industry standard and staple for a lot of years. I've used it for years. I highly recommend it. And then other than camera, I'm using at the moment it's a camera I'm borrowing, but I'm probably going to get one of the new Canon cameras, the new EOS R5s. This is an EOS R, which is an older camera. It's soon to be probably fairly inexpensive considering Canon just launched their new line. And I just have that HDMI outputting into an input card that's on the PC that's then capturing this. And then as far as audio, I've got an amp, like a fast track USB amp that's got multiple ports in it. And then I've got that up to an XLR microphone that's standing underneath me that is really meant more for me to talk down like this, like a radio announcer, but is working okay now that I've buffed it up a little bit on the audio. And then that's being mixed in all through OBS as different inputs. And so it tends to work out pretty good, I think, for this sort of thing. Hey, it's hard to, don't give him a hard time there, Superior. But yeah, it would be nice to see another Dr. G video, I suppose. Can you do a real-time view on your computer screen? I suppose I could. Now that I think about I might have to do that next time. I have to think of a way to do that. I've got ways to pipe in additional video and things like that, which is nice. Like I can, do a video overlay like that or something like that, and I've got the little logo down in the corner. But yeah, OBS, man, highly good. I'm sure I could put in a desktop video view of some sort. So. Oh, yeah, it's hard for you to see the camera screen while viewing. Yeah, what I ended up doing is building kind of like a little set area that has everything set up, and I mounted an old like $20 computer monitor I had, from ages. It's ages old, but it still works, just on the wall here in front of me, and it allows me to see the camera screen kind of output directly in OBS, and then it also allows me to see your guys' chats, which it's working out okay. A couple things I might change here or there, but for the most part it's working out. Let's see, do we have any other requests for half cents? Okay, hold on. Let me see. I've got a half cent I can show you real quick. Let's see. Yeah, Dr. G, that helps a lot. I think they might even have apps for your phone and things like that you could use. But I'll tell you what, I could probably pull up a picture. Let's see. Well, if I do it, I'll do another one of these, or I'll send you a message, and I can show you a picture of the setup, Dr. G. Just shoot me a message on Instagram or something like that, and I'll shoot you an image. It's probably be the easiest way versus me scrambling to find it now. But yeah, look at that beautiful little half cent. With copper, I always like to see the brown color. Like the red's nice, and I do have a red coin or two, but original brown, perfect chocolate surfaces, underlit by just a little bit of luster. Oh man, so nice. And that design's so cool. Neat to see, especially in high grade, because all the other coins are so expensive in high grade. So yeah. Hello, Super Silverman. How you doing? So let's see. I was just about to wrap up probably, but oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it, Dr. G. Those animations are fun. I'm having a lot of good time doing them. And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about necessarily, if you click, I can click here and show you. So these are some animations that I've done. I've put up 1 or 2 videos on the site already. If you go to my Instagram, which is Coins That Wow, just all no spaces, Instagram/CoinsThatWow. You can see a lot of them there. I try to post one a day. I'm trying to, at this point, get dealers to send me coins to image, and then I'll have more, because obviously I don't have Uh, I don't have a, believe it or not, I know it's not a popular opinion, but I don't have all the coins in the world here. Uh, so having access to more nice coins is handy. Um, well, thanks, Silverman. I appreciate that. Um, yeah. And Zach, I agree. Odd denominations are very cool. Like it's just they're neat. They don't exist anymore, which is kind of cool. But yeah, the animations are fun, and hopefully that's coming through nicely over the screen. And again, because it's just an image, I can pop in and out from doing that to showing you guys a specific coin. If you wanted one, so I could be talking like this, and then all of a sudden we can click that button there, and oh well, I should have had the video running in the background. That'd have been a lot smoother. But really kind of a neat little setup. Oh, that 2 cent? Yeah, that 2 cent is really fun. Again, go check out the Instagram. You'll see a lot more of these in higher fidelity. Because this is 1080p stream maximum, sadly. Once I get the new gear and a new capture card, I might be able to stream 4K. But who many people can actually watch 4K? It's another question. A lot of people have it on their TVs, but it's hard to actually get like people with computer monitors to play it. But yeah, fun times. Again, I appreciate you guys jumping in and kind of on this impromptu Saturday morning stream. And one thing I'm thinking about doing, you guys can let me know if this would be interesting. Instead of, I'm always showing these nice, super expensive graded world coin or graded world and US coins. And as you can see here on the background, I actually have a box or a bag. Right now I've got a box to be more easily looked through. Just absolutely stuffed full of pre-1840s coins from around the world. I've always wanted to pick them up, even in low grade, like especially in low grade and circulated stuff. Kind of like what you'd see if you owned a shop in the United States in the 1840s, and everything you might have to actually deal with. And so it might be fun. And again, forgive me for wearing gloves, but otherwise the camera focuses on my hand constantly, and this is the only way to kind of get it to ignore it. Again, don't worry about me moving these around. These are all very, very circulated, very well-used coins. They've had a good life. But there's a good variety of countries and a good variety of denominations. And it might be a fun live stream to just sit around, pull a coin out, kind of discuss that coin, what it is, stuff you might see in a junk bin. If you're looking through a world junk bin, a lot of this stuff, honestly, I picked up for silver melt. In fact, the vast majority of it back in the day. So, like, that's the neat thing about this. We could be able to pull through and see, like, for example, like, hey, one of these is golden. Is it a gold coin? No, it's just it's a counterfeit, which is contemporary, but it's a counterfeit. Things like that. So if you guys would think that would be fun, let me know, and we can go through. The only embarrassing thing about that is, I know a lot about these coins, but not everything, and I'm sure I will misquote a country or a unit of currency at some point during the talk. But you just have to excuse me when I do that. You gotta love 8 souls. Get some llamas on your coins. Like, who doesn't want llamas on your coins? All right. So, Superior was asking about a 1916 Standing Liberty. No. I do not have one of those. They're way too expensive, and I just haven't. I haven't found. I like proof coins, especially of the late 1900s, or excuse me, late 1800s. So they don't make proof ones, as we talked about earlier, really. So not a huge fan. So anywho, all right. Well, next time we do this, which I'll try to do the one maybe within this next week. Heck, maybe tomorrow if I'm really bored. We can go through and look through the box of world coins and see what's going on. Hey man, expensive is expensive. That's the thing to remember too, is that this hobby is kind of like a savings account, really. You can get most of your money out of it if you do it right. maybe make some, but it's probably, it's mainly just like a savings account, unlike a lot of other hobbies. But yeah, so expensive is always expensive, and that's the nice thing about world coins, is that the price for what you get is just so much more. And when you consider that these are really U.S. colonial coins, all of these circulated within the United States before 1857 were used legally as currency. So it's really U.S. colonials as much as anything. So if you're stuck in the U.S. mindset too, it's an easy way to jump off and start collecting reals or something, or British crowns even, because it was used here. And yeah, it's just fun because man, a top pop world coin, you can, for $1,000 you can buy a coin that is epic tier world coin level, like just one that's museum quality. But for a US coin it would cost you 50,000. So it's a huge value gain, I think. But that being said, there's something wonderful about the US coins too. Definitely not knocking them. I've got obviously many myself. So anywho, at this point I'm rambling, but I really appreciate you guys coming along for this test, and let's do another one soon, and let me know what you think in the comments if you guys are watching this after the fact and what you want to see, and we'll go from there. So thanks guys, have a good day.